All right, let's rate this whiskey and get out of here.
All right, dude. Yeah, I don't want the Rona to reach.
The Rona. Yeah, no. That's why this table's 6 feet apart. We built this table just for this. Just
That's right, because we can't be 6 inches apart.
It's true. All right. 3 chord, 12 bar reserve, barrel proof, straight bourbon whiskey. Perfectly tuned. I love the 3 chord brand because not only does it fully embody Neil Giraldo being a musician and that whole family being musicians, but they incorporate their not only the 3 chord but the 12 bar reserve, which are 4 3 chords. It's just very consistent. I really enjoy it, and I love this bottle. How it's unique to it's not just your typical 70 or 750 milliliter bottle.
Right.
What do you think?
I agree.
Where does that even come from?
I think it's a spinoff from Patrick and SpongeBob.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But anyways.
You just created it for this podcast? It's a podcast exclusive.
For sure.
All right. So label branding, A++?
Yeah, A++. The biggest thing with the 12 bar reserve is it's bottled 600 bottles at a time. The mash bill for this is 84% corn, 8% rye, and 8% malted barley. So we're going to pick up a lot of different things, but the aroma for certain is caramel and vanilla. And we use that a lot, but this is prominent in regards to this whiskey.
Yeah.
Prominent.
Give a little oak, too.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. All right, so nose, caramel vanilla, and I also get, for a rating, it's dude, like it's gentle up front.
But you can smell that it's not your typical 80 proof bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Or 80, yeah.
There's some heat on this bad boy.
There's some heat. Sip. Yeah, it's definitely very, very hot.
107 proof, ladies and gentlemen. You got to put your big boy pants on, tighten the belt, and sit down because you're going to go for a ride.
You're going to go for a ride. What was this single barrel black button? 84 proof. Yeah, so like all the black buttons are 84 proof.
So because you're not even close to your mic, all of the black buttons are 84 proof.
All the black buttons are 84 proof. You have a couple 80 proofs down here, another 84, a 92. Wow, Tommy Rider came in hot. And then another 84 for Southern Tier. So 80, 90 is what you're normally seeing. This is 107.
Mid 80s is the norm for the U.S. We learned that from the boys in the industry.
Yeah. So this is also going out at barrel proof, which means
Correct.
that they're not adding any water to it after it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
This is really basically what you're going to get if you did a thief directly from the barrel.
Yep.
So 600 bottles, you said, right?
At a time.
So this is small. Is this a small batch?
I don't know if it's a small batch, but they don't...
Small batch production, yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
So obviously that means that they just have a few barrels making this at each time.
Sure.
So batch by batch, it might be a little different. But very, very, very tasty.
Very tasty. So for nose, I'm giving it an A++.
A++. Do it up.
Initial taste. I'm telling you, I'm getting vanilla and clove.
I'm getting
the oak on the back end of the initial taste.
That's what I was just going to say. So vanilla, clove. And then, like, we'll put at the end of the initial taste oak.
It's like a charred oak.
Yeah. And then the ending notes, I'm getting what?
Peppercorn.
It's a very smooth caramel going down.
Honey.
Honey?
You getting honey or no?
I did through the nose at first.
I think that's why it's so smooth on the back end of the ending note is because of honey. It's faint. Like, I'm not tasting it per se. Like, it's not prominent like this is honey, but it's smooth like honey.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thick, it's like a honey textured caramel.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird, but you're right. It's not a honey taste to it. It's a caramel, but it's a lighter caramel that sticks.
I like that.
How in the world are we supposed to fit that on the ending notes here? lighter caramel that sticks.
We'll just put pepper, honey, and caramel.
Okay. Dude, I love this one. I feel like I say that for all of them, but 3 Chord. So this is an MGP product too.
Yep.
So for all of you that don't listen to, oh, dude, you know what it is? I just saw it on the back here. It's not a caramel honey. It's a maple. That's what it is.
No shit. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. So, I mean, there is caramel in there. So, softer, smooth tones of vanilla, maple, and caramel finish with more sustained, structured notes that resonate with each sip.
2 out of 3 is what, 75%? That's not bad.
66%. Good try, though.
Come on, seriously? Jesus, dude, I'm so good at math. This is why we're friends, bro.
Dude, you know. You go to 75, right?
The trick is you got to be confident when you say it.
Riot.
You got to be confident.
You were a riot. It was 3/4. You weren't far off. 3/4 is 75. 2/3 is 66.666666666 devil. But yeah, so it's like a maple caramel at the end. That's what it is.
All right. Also, there's no foreshadowing there because you mentioned how you ate at Deep South Taco. It's not like we're not going to have them on the pod. And then you also just said devil with 666 and devil river whiskey. So
see, we should start doing foreshadowing and have our listeners pick it up so they can be excited.
That's what I'm saying. But for now, just to introduce it, I'll acknowledge what's going on.
So even though we don't know what percentages are, we do know what foreshadowing is. So tune in to each episode to make sure that you can think of what's going to come up next.
I'm an English major.
So this is also pretty oily too. It has that, it's not as prominent like the New Riff and the Oakentoshan were, or Auckentoshan.
True.
But it does have some oil contents to it where you can feel it sticking around in your mouth. The legs, man. Look at those legs.
She's got some legs
These
to her,
are
brother.
all legs.
All right, so...
Okay, so final rating.
No.
What?
We have to rate the initial taste and the ending notes.
Damn it. All right.
A++ check mark. A++ check mark are mine for initial taste and ending notes. What do you got?
I agree.
Final rating.
All right, ready?
Yep, give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1.